Okay. Good morning, judges, and to all the teachers. Let me introduce the participants of the game are Miss Nidhi and myself, Farhat. The name of the game is Lucky Numbers. The name of the game is Lucky Numbers. The name is Lucky Numbers, but the game is of literacy. This game can be played. This game can be played with the age group of 3 to 6 years. The game has two components here, the dice and a chart of letters, words, and sentences. It is also a very low cost game. Let me give an execution of the game. Two students will be playing this game at the time. The student will roll the dice, and whichever number is on the top will tell the number and look at the sentence or the word next to it and read it. After he has read it, he will look towards the class once again and read it. The entire class will repeat the same. By doing so, the class is also engaged. Now, Miss Nidhi will give an overview by demonstrating the game. Over to Miss Nidhi.
Thank you, Farhat ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so how Farhat ma'am has explained about the game, the lucky numbers. It's although the name says it's number, but it's an English and literacy game. So what I have here is okay. So now So as mentioned earlier, as mentioned by Farhat ma'am, so initially, we will start with right from nursery. So for nursery, we have to give them a dice. So here, if you see, I have a dice. We can make big dice for actually for nursery and K1s. So they just have to roll the dice. So at a time, we can take two kids, since we have two teachers in our school. So two kids will roll the dice. They have to check which number they have got it on the top. They have to count it, and then we'll give them this flashcard, this big chart where they have letters are written, and then they have to read all these letters. So suppose if I roll the dice, if the child rolls the dice and he gets suppose 3, so the child has to read letter C, M, and O. If he is able to read all the 3 letters correctly, he gets 3 points. If he is able to read only 2 letters, he gets 2 points. So accordingly, we'll give them marks. So we'll make a note, we'll make a scoreboard on the board, and then we'll give them marks accordingly. Okay, so this is for nursery. Nursery, we have kept only letter identification. Okay, for nursery, we can also give them, they also might get bonus points if they are able to tell any, so suppose for C, cat, mango. If they are able to give the sounds also, then they will get an extra bonus point. Okay, now for K1, since we have already, for K1, we start with small letter words, sight words also, they have CVC words, especially towards in the second volume, third volume. So we can give them 3-letter words, CVC words, and small 2-letter sight words are there for K1. So the process will be same. For K2, towards the end, we have the child is able to read the sentences. So here we can tweak this game by adding a lot of diagraphs. We can give them initial blends, we can give them final blends, we can give them double consonant words also. So instead of sentences, we can give a combination of. So here we have just to keep it a little straight and simple. We have given sentences, but we can tweak this game in the way we want. So if you have started with diagraphs, so instead of writing sentences here, I can change it to diagraphs. So the child has to read all the 3 diagraphs. Similarly, for blends and for double consonants, anything. So towards the end, especially, we can use these sentences when the child is confident enough to read all the sentences correctly. And so this is like offline kind of, so when the school will reopen, and so that time we will have a physical dice and where the child will roll the dice. Now for online thing, I'm just, so I have online dice. So the child can actually roll the dice. I'm just give me a minute. Okay. Is it visible? My screen is visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have an online dice here. So I will call out now. Here I just have to call out. So I'll go roll number wise, or however I want to. So I will just call out one name. Suppose Arush. So Arush, I am rolling the dice on behalf of you today. So Arush gets 3 number. So Arush, then I will display the then I will stop this, and then I will display the chart which I have, where the child has to read the sentence. So Arush has to read this sentence. So Jack and Jill have been friends. So he has to read that sentence. So if he is able to read that sentence, he gets 1 point here. And this game will also enhance their vocabulary development, and since in Orchids we have a lot of emphasis on reading, so I think this will really help them and to develop their vocabulary, and it will give them a good start to read a lot of books, and I think that